jump into a story that's a little less fun here, a little less endearing. Not saying that domestic violence is necessarily endearing, but I mean, at least that had like a spooky ghost to it. And she didn't really get killed because she never existed in the first place. But so there's a website, and I'm sure you guys have all heard about it. It's TripAdvisor, TripAdvisor.com, and they're a fairly popular website for booking trips, going places. I don't travel much, but I'm sure other people do, and I'm sure they've used TripAdvisor in the past now. Back in 2017, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, a newspaper in Milwaukee, did an expose on TripAdvisor. And what they found was that people were booking trips with TripAdvisor.com. And they would read the reviews of these hotels, and they'd be like 4 stars, 5 stars. They're like, this hotel is great. I loved going there. It was so awesome. This one woman using TripAdvisor asked, hey, how's this hotel? 55 responses popped up, because you obviously rate the hotel yourself, and then if someone asks, you can comment on their post. 55 responses to her request of how's this hotel. 24 of them were great. They're like, this hotel is awesome. 27 of them were deleted. So people wondered, well, that's a pretty big amount of deleted comments on a hotel. And of course, people could be like, oh, I don't like them down there. Their skin's too dark. Or I don't like them down there. They smell or whatever. You could have just like troll comments. Or it could have, TripAdvisor doesn't allow third-party comments in the fact that you can't say, my sister went down there and it was full of termites. So it has to be an experience you had at that hotel. So they don't allow third-party comments. So it could have been totally troll comments. They could have been third-party comments. But still, that's a huge amount. 27 deleted comments out of a total of 55. What the article was mainly focused on was there were allegations of rape at these hotels, at various hotels, not in one geographical area. But they would use TripAdvisor. They would go to these hotels. They would get raped. And then they would rate on, well, obviously, they would try to talk to the authorities. They would, and it's just like, oh no, you're just drunk, you just remembered it wrong, stuff like that. They would go on TripAdvisor and they would review this and say, don't go to this hotel. I had a drink and I don't have a problem drinking. One of the stories was I was there with my husband. We were at the pool. We had 2 drinks. We both blacked out. We woke up. I felt that I had been sexually assaulted. My husband's thumb was broken, and they reported that. They reported that to the authorities, and they reported that on TripAdvisor. The comment was deleted. The woman goes, why'd you delete my comment? She's talking to TripAdvisor, and they say, oh, because you used third-party information. And she goes, what do you mean? And they go, well, you said your husband's thumb was broken, and it was the doctor who said his thumb was broken, right? And she's like, yeah, he was diagnosed with a broken thumb. They go, doctor is third party. We don't allow third-party comment. So that she would take that out. You'd have and they still wouldn't post it. And this wasn't the only case. You had a total of 3 women over the course of 3 different years report rapes on TripAdvisor. They would say, listen, I was there. This security guard tried to rape me. Do not go to this hotel. It's absolutely horrible. Comments deleted. Post is deleted. It doesn't go up on there. One of the women who reported a rape there, the TripAdvisor deleted the comment. 7 years later, because she was fighting the whole time, they put the comment back up on the site for that particular hotel in chronological order. So it appeared 7 years back in the history, and the thread was closed. No one could respond to her comment. The question is what would TripAdvisor have to gain from covering this stuff up? They're just a travel agency. They're just a website. The thing is that this news article exposed a couple things. One, when you look at hotels on TripAdvisor, they're almost always rated 4 or 5 stars. I shouldn't say always, but they're mostly rated 4 or 5 stars. Very rarely do you see 3, 2 stars, stuff like that. They're usually highly rated. A hotel can charge extra, 11% more on their price if they have 5 stars and they don't lose any bookings. Because people see 5 stars, they'll pay the extra money because it's so highly rated. But how can almost every hotel be 4 or 5 stars? That must mean that TripAdvisor is messing with the algorithm. TripAdvisor gets money from resorts and hotels advertising on TripAdvisor's site. They also get commissions on some of these bookings. So they have a vested interest in making sure that the sites are highly rated. They have a vested interest in making sure that these crimes, and I'm focusing on the rapes because, honestly, it's the most sensational of them, but there's other things with people having their belongings missing and things like that. You have these crimes taking place and people reporting them on TripAdvisor, and TripAdvisor burying the comments or deleting the comments for whatever reason. They had another woman who, I think she was the one who was sexually assaulted by the security guard. They just wouldn't put it on there. They kept saying it has this wrong with it, it has that wrong with it, and she kept modifying it, and they never posted it. The one woman at least got her story posted up there. But again, it was buried under 7 years. Since the article came out, this Milwaukee Journal Sentinel article came out in 2017 in November, of course, more people have come forward and say that experience happened to me. Not just that I was raped there, but that I had a horrible experience that involved some sort of criminal activity, and TripAdvisor took my rating off. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this story is we talk a lot about conspiracies, and we talk about there are conspiracies that are flat out fake. No pun intended, flat earth. It is just a 100% fake conspiracy. Then there are the conspiracy theories that are true and that affect people on a daily basis. This is one of them. This is a conspiracy. This is companies getting together and exploiting people's pain and suffering for money. I think most of the true conspiracy theories out there, most of the true actual conspiracies out there, are caused by human greed. That is the main motivation behind them. Some people feel like they have some sort of they're doing something moral, or they just want to feel powerful, but a lot of them, they'll come down to this. And this is a true conspiracy. Of course, TripAdvisor is saying, yes, it is a conspiracy theory. That's not true. But I think sometimes it's interesting to take a look at actual conspiracies that are provable and have been proven, I believe this has been proven, that affect people. It's very sexy to talk about the reptilian shapeshifters taking over the planet, but sometimes when we talk about conspiracy theories, we do also want to highlight the ones that are true, that do affect. That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.